Joining me are Gemma Tognini from GT Communications, and Dan Wild from the Institute of Public Affairs. Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, Tyler Robsinson, has appeared in court for the first time. Utah prosecutors unveiled 7 charges against him and outlined evidence including a series of texts which appear to show a confession to his partner, as I showed you at the top of the show. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray outlined the evidence against Robsinson, including DNA on the trigger of the rifle used to kill Charlie Kirk, matching Tyler Robsinson. Prosecutors have said they will seek the death penalty if Robsinson is convicted.
We did file just recently, within the last few minutes, a notice of intent to seek the death penalty. That was filed by Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray. So that should be in the court's file.
Gemma, let me start with you. From what we're learning, the accused was the source of the hatred, not the victim of it.
Look, that seems to be the picture that is taking shape in the last few days, although those of us who have been watching, I suppose, the recent history of these violent attacks in America particularly are not surprised, and it's just it's heart-rending. I have to say, James, full confession, I've been thinking a lot of Tyler Robinson's parents and family. His father turned him in. I mean, there is nothing but carnage everywhere you look with this crime, but certainly I wouldn't position the accused man as any kind of victim, to be honest with you. I think I don't understand the kind of brokenness that leads to that kind of crime of which he is facing the allegations of and potentially the death penalty for.
Well, Daniel, I'm no supporter of the death penalty, but in this instance, I'm sympathetic. It needs to be applied if Robsinson is found guilty, because authorities have to send the strongest message about this kind of crime, don't they?
Well, I share your perspective. I'm not a fan of the death penalty other than in very select set of circumstances. Now, this gets very close to that line. This was a public execution carried out within the context of a political and ideological conflict going on in the United States in a manner that was premeditated and calculated. So it gets very close to that line, but I don't personally support it. One of the reasons, James, is because I'd hate for this just to go away. You know, I'd hate for it just to be the case that if this individual were to be put to death by the authorities, that we would say, well, that's job done, because yes, he needs to be 100% held responsible, but let's not forget the social context within which this occurred. All of the institutions, many arms of the media, the nodes of cultural production have created a society within which a permission structure has been created where it's okay to dehumanise your political opponents and to think of them as evil. Yeah. This was always the point that we were making about Trump. If you start with Trump, it'll keep getting applied to other people. When they called Trump fascist, when they implied or directly said that people's lives were at risk if Trump won, this was always going to create a cauldron within which something like this tragically became increasingly likely.
Yeah,
I think the other thing,
right,
if I could just add
point
to what Daniel was saying, if you wouldn't mind, if I could just add to what Daniel was saying, there's the other issue is if the death penalty is applied, and I'm just as conflicted rather as both of you are, there's the canonisation and the martyrdom by, those who share his extreme views, and that, that can have a potential impact for, a domino effect that is completely unintended as well.